Peace, everybody. This is Black and Smooth. Subscribe and like to my videos. Alright? Now I want to talk about the music of yesterday and today. R&B, classic R&B, R&B, hip hop. Matter of fact, let me say classic. I'm just going to say R&B and hip hop. And classic R&B and classic hip hop. Alright, we're going to start about the R&B first. R&B was out for like for decades. And a lot have bring of its form. There's a lot of great musicians and even songwriters was back then and everything. I don't know the name, but I'm going to look up to the names. I'm going to let you know. But one of them, like Smokey Robinson. I'm talking about the older dude. I'm talking about the older cast. Aretha Franklin. A lot of people don't understand. Aretha Franklin was an excellent pianist, and also she was an excellent piano player, and plus she was an excellent songwriter too. You know, she wrote some hits too. And then you got Nina Simone. Everybody know about Nina Simone. At first, she came from the classical music form, but she turned into her own form. Was singing about liberation of our people, and she wrote some great songs. Like, oh man, it goes blank. I'm sorry, but look up Nina Simone too. Then I'm speeding it up. Oh yeah, Chubby Checker and Little Richard too. Yeah, looked up brother and Harry Ballard. Now Harry Ballard later on, I forgot the name of this group. I think it's Harry Ballard. Is it Harry Ballard? I forgot the name, but that name he later on worked with James Brown back in the 50s because James Brown had the group that the Famous Flames. So speed it up. You got James Brown in the 60s. Then you got then you gonna stop. Then you start seeing Gamble and Huff. Now Gamble and Huff made each other back in the mid 60s. That's when they start forming the Sounds of Philadelphia. That's when you hear like The Horse by Gil Noble. That was not part of Gamble and Huff, but that was part of Sounds of Philadelphia. You got the Intruders, the one that said I Don't Want to Know Your Name. They were hits like back. They made hits back in the 60s, like oh my God, I used to go. Man, I'm going blank. I am sorry, people, but Cowboys and Girls, and other they made other hits. You know what I mean? Then you got you got R.C. Bells and the Trouts. And you know they made the Tighten Up and all that. Now that was Gavin Huff wrote and produced and everything. I'm just giving a little bit about Sounds of Philadelphia because that's one of my favorites I found. And then we're gonna speed it up now. Now you got about Sax Records. You got oh God, excuse me, I'm going blank. Just work with me, brothers and sisters. Work with me here. You got Isaac Hayes came for Stax. And David Porter, they wrote a lot of hits. I'm a Soul Man, the Stash record they wrote for Carla. Oh man, what's their last names? Oh man, I forgot. Well, then she Carla Rufus Thomas. Cause Rufus Thomas, his daughter, that's his daughter Carla Thomas. Look at Sax record. He wrote the Funky Chicken and all like that. You know, all that. Okay. And Stash was doing his thing. We already know about Motown and stuff like that. And now we speeding up now. Now we start moving up. Now Sounds of Philadelphia start making their noise back in the 70s. Isaac Hayes started making his noise back in the 70s. He make the Sounds, the Fame soundtrack shot back in 71. That's still a classic from one, whatever it is. The classic and everything. Then when you got other people back in the 60s, they start coming into the 70s, making, then you got the Intruders. And then you got R.C. Bell and the Drells. They came back to Sounds of Philadelphia back in 75. They was like in a little despair and stuff like that. Then you got Aretha Franklin. She started making a noise in the 70s. She started getting those. She was like seemed like every year she was getting like the best female artist of the year. She was started getting Grammys. It's like seemed like every year, like in the 70s, she was getting Grammys, like 2 or 3 Grammys every year. And then countless others. Gladys Knight and the Pips. Oh, I forgot about the Impressions. Now, the Impressions, Jerry Butler and Curtis Mayfield started that back in the 50s. Now, when Jerry Butler went to do his solo back in the 60s, that's when they had to revamp. So Curtis Mayfield and Impressions was born. Was still revived again. And there was like 4 of them. It was 4. I forgot their names. But they started making hits, countless hits for our people back in the 60s. People Get Ready and stuff. Hey Man, We's a Winner. And this is in the 60s. Now we're going up right now. That's when Curtis Mayfield started doing his solo thing for Curtis. And he started making soul hits like We As People, Darker Than Blue, and countless hits on Curtis Mayfield and stuff like that. So then you got the 4 Tops make the Castle back in 1972. They used countless hits. Now we gonna speed it up here. Then the Sounds of Philadelphia, like I said in the same, they really start putting work in the popular music, and you got other people. Now we're going up to hip hop. Now hip hop came out the Bronx. Don't quote me. I forgot what part of the Bronx it come from, but it came from the Bronx, and then people say they stopped, developing their own form, and it was beautiful and stuff. And people was like laughing and stuff. So, but they got the last laugh and everything. Then a few years later, the very first record came up that made nationally was the Sugar Hill Gang back in 1979. In Jersey. Now Sylvia Robinson. Now people don't understand about Sylvia Robinson. Sylvia Robinson made Pillow Talk back in 73. Now she owned I think it was New Platinum Records back then, back in the 70s. That's right. That's right. She's the same one made Pillow Talk. That was like topping a pop hit and top of R&B hit. Sylvia Robinson, she discovered her. Do your homework. You know what I mean? And after that, that's when you got Curtis Blow. Start making songs, mainstream, and hip hop was like going good, because at that time hip hop was not really getting anything from mainstream. They were starting to really still pushing R&B, and so certain R&B really started dying out, like in the early 80s. Now Marvin Gaye is one of the few that made that transition. He that's when he came out Sexual Healing. And so now we speeding it up right now. The hip hop, you got LL Cool J, Kool Moe Dee, the Furious 5, like I said, LL Cool J, I'm going blank again. Excuse me. Run DMC, Rakim, and all that, man. All of them. EP&D, Roxanne Shante, MC Light, Antoinette and on. Then we speed it up. Like we go talk about Houdini, we speed it up, and then you guys Soul. You get the one in England, and And then you start speeding it up now. You know, now speeding up. Then you got Grand Nubian, Come to Concert, Tribe Called Quest. Then you got Public Enemy. Then you got NWA. Then you start come Dr. Dre. He came out the Chronic. You know, this is when like it was real getting real good. Then after that, it's, you know, the 90s. That's when Common came out. That's when Jay's. And then after that, then you start speeding up here. Then you got Redman. You know, Def Jam. You got the and you know NPD. Leaders of the New School. You got Organized Noise. You know, man, countless of. So I'm speeding it up right now because I could be all day be named. Then we go into the 90s. That's when things start really changing. Oh, I forgot, you know, Master P, you know what I mean? And it's cool, you know what I mean? And New Orleans start making nice, you know, stop doing their own thing. And so, start going right now, 2000, you know, it was still good, but that's when the dumbness start happening. That's when the faggotry start coming. That's when we start killing more people. That's when we stop disrespecting. That's when bars was gone. That's when singing and pure writing form was gone. Look where we at right now. We ain't got shit to show for it. We got to get it back. We got to get back our art form. The elders, stand up. Get it back. Subscribe and like. Black is smooth. Give you some education.